We're finally leaving Moab. It's like, what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
We tried to leave a little earlier, but then it started raining really hard. So we decided to stay in town and get lunch and wait for the heavier rain to blow over. It's still raining a bit, but not enough to wet out all our stuff. So we're, yeah, taking the long road walk out of Moab now. Well, we made it out of town and the weather report was wrong. It was supposed to let up and stop raining, but it's just been raining harder and now it's starting to snow a little bit. And we're pretty soaked. Our legs are really wet. So we're debating whether we want to chill here for a little while and see if it lets up, and then keep going the rest of the 5 miles to the campgrounds, or hitch back into town and get another hotel and then hitch back out here tomorrow morning to pick up where we left off. We finally made it out of Moab this morning. We hitched to a little bit past where we hiked to yesterday. So, full disclosure, we're not trying to keep continuous footpath on the Hayduke or anything like that. We're just, it's not that kind of trip for either of us. So if a nice person offered us a ride, we're gonna take it for the most part anyway. We just ate lunch at the top of Hurrah Pass, and now we've got a long descent, mostly more 4-wheel drive road walking. But it should be a pretty chill day, even though we have a lot of miles to do. I think we're hoping to do at least 10 or 12 more tonight. It's hard to get an early start in these canyons because the sun doesn't pop up above the canyon walls until an hour or two after sunrise. So it's always a little cold in the morning and we're slow to get going. And I didn't sleep super great last night. The ground was super cold and I could feel it pulling the warmth out of me all night. It wasn't like so cold that it felt dangerous or anything. I just kept waking up with cold spots and having trouble falling back asleep. But yeah, should be another big mile day. I think we're hoping to do 20 plus miles, which is pretty, I don't know, for some trails that's not a lot. For the Hayduke, that kind of feels like a lot, although it's mostly road walking right now. But we both started this trail a little out of shape. I don't think we have our normal trail legs yet, but I can feel them coming. We just finished scrambling out of these crazy canyons. It was super fun. We're gonna try to get to camp a little early tonight and rest up, especially because I think we have a little bit of service on our phones so we can see what's going on in the rest of the world. Yeah, should be a kind of relatively short but pretty technical day into Needles Outpost tomorrow. I think we have about 9 miles to go, but they're supposed to be pretty technical except for the last 2 miles. Last night was super windy and a little rainy. The wind was so loud that I had to listen to podcasts and music all night because the wind whip in my tent was driving me crazy. I think it ripped Jose's tent stakes out of the ground and he had to re-pitch in the middle of the night. But it didn't get super cold, so that's nice. We also, yesterday and then again this morning, bumped into another hiker. We've been seeing his footprints for the last couple days, so we knew he was out here. His name's Dylan, and he seems to be going at a pretty similar pace to us, so I'd imagine we might yo-yo with him a little bit. Expecting to see him at Needles Outpost at the end of the day today. We'll stop in there to get our resupply. These rock formations are so crazy. Look at that thing. It doesn't even look possible. Every backpacking trip I go on, no matter how remote it is, I find these goddamn Mylar balloons out in the middle of nowhere. They need to make these things illegal, or people that care about the environment should at least quit buying them. I think what happens is they float way up high and get carried out to these remote spots before they drop down, and then I have to pack them out. All right, there's Needles Outpost. We already dropped off our resupply there about a week ago, so we're just gonna try to grab our food and maybe spend an hour or two charging up our phones and stuff and then head out.